This is a Samurai Nation podcast on the Samurai Nation Podcast Network. Welcome, everybody, once again to another episode of the Cool Podcast on the Samurai Nation Podcast Network, and shout out to the Samurai Nation. That's right, it's time once again for another episode of the Cool Podcast here on the new network, and I hope it's going to be a good one. I hope the people running the show now are happy with what we're doing. I hope the patrons will like what we're doing. I hope people like me today. We'll get into that. This is my new sounding board for just kind of what's going on and in life and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be fun today. When you're listening to the Cool Podcast, you're going to be like, is he okay? We'll see. On the Cool Podcast. That's right, but we have a lot of fun doing the podcast. We're glad to be doing it. It's fun. It's a little bit easier than the other thing that we do, which is the Cool Stream. And speaking of that, this week, speaking of all the other stuff I was talking about, this week, we're taking the week off. And I know what you're saying. It's always a day off for you and you don't have anything else to do, and so why don't you just do another episode? And you know what I say to that? It's my show and I need to do what I need to do, and I need to take a freaking break. Because we've done some crazy episodes. We did Psychics last week. We did a bonus episode on top of that. We had that big interview on the Cool Podcast, so we're riding high. So now it's a perfect time when the momentum is build up to just not do it for a week. But we need a break because sometimes you just need a break. Last time I think we did one was around time of the 50th episode, which was back in December. And technically, you know, there's all kinds of other stuff going on around Christmas. And I was getting prepared for the Cool Stream double feature. So really, you know, it's been God knows how long since I've just taken a week off. But now I'm here. I'm still doing the Cool Podcast because we're on the Samurai Nation Podcast Network. Shout out to Samurai Nation. And I have to say that. And also we've got the patrons are waiting. They're waiting. So it's time to do a Cool Podcast. And what else can you say but that? Let's hope this is a good one. We've got some segments and stuff to do. I got some things pulled up. Some new segments. I'm going to try out a few things. So let's just start with, this is going to be a quick segment for this one. I know people love this. This is their new favorite segment. And this could spin off and be a whole other podcast, its own thing, is what I'm thinking. I think we got something good going here with this next segment that we're about to do, and here it is. It's Your Gusher is Gross. Ew. It's Your Gusher is Gross. It's gross. We've just got a quick one, because we're not going to get into all the gushers. We've been hitting the gusher hard. We've been gushing left and right. This is a gusher podcast. We went in deep last week. So we just have a real quick one from our friend Chris Joyce, who is the founder of Gusher, which is a website where you do your startup and you get people to join and work for you by giving them some equity in the company, which is a thing that we know all about. Anyway, this is an article by Chris Joyce on Medium, on the Gusher blog. It's a Medium post, and it's also the Gusher blog. So, and it's a quick one, so we'll get through this one. That'll be the Gusher segment, and then we'll get into another segment. That's how it rolls. That's how we roll. So here it is. Chris Joyce, and the article's titled, Be a Zealot. It works. Be a Zealot. It works, by Chris Joyce. And so here's the article. He says, when I zealot, quote unquote, good things happen. Out of the blue from nothing. I've got 5 things, and only 5, on my daily to-do list. And he's a big-time entrepreneur, motivational guy. All of his, I don't think we've watched his videos on here, but he's got pretty much all the gusher stuff. It's just him talking and at the camera and giving you motivation or something for your business. I've got 5 things, only 5 on my to-do list, and the last one, I find, tends to be the catalyst for almost everything great that happens in business for me. And so then he's got this, what looks to be a fake screenshot of his notes app, and it says today, he's got 89% on his battery, so that's a pretty good percentage. Got a couple, about medium bar on his Wi-Fi or whatever. Anyway, it says today, and it's got a bullet list, and all these, the following ones are crossed out here. Today, workout. So he's worked out, and then that one's crossed out. The next one, gusher. So he's gushed. He's done his gush for the day. Cross that out. The next one, kids. Just kids. I don't really know what that means. Kids. It's not taken to the, drop the kids off of the pool or the school or whatever. It's just kids. He's dropped that off. Money. That's the next one. Money. We've done money. Okay, and next, zealoting. Yes, zealoting. That's right. My first task is that I work out really early. The second is my business gusher. Third is I spend a time with my kids because I have so many of them. He's got a lot of kids. Fourth is I bring in the money. But the last one I call zealoting, quote unquote. It's not a word. At least I don't think it is. So, what is zealoting? Okay, and it is a word, but it's maybe not a word that you use in a verb, like a verb, I guess. And it comes from the Bible. So let's see, what does zealot mean from Merriam-Webster. A zealot is a person, especially a fanatical person. This guy's a fanatic for business. Member of a fanatical sect arising in Judea during the 1st century AD and militantly opposing the Roman domination of Palestine. Crusader, fanatic, ideologue, these are some of the synonyms. Militant, partisan. Did you know? A fanatical sect arose in Judea to oppose the Roman domination of Palestine, known as the Zealots. They fought their most famous battle at the great fortress of Masada, where 1,000 defenders took their own lives just as the Roman were about to storm the fort. Oh no. So he's ready to take his own life for business. Zealous, so you could be zealous. As another, the adjective zealous may describe someone who's merely dedicated and energetic. But zealot and zealotry are used disapprovingly, even while Jews everywhere still honor the memory of those who died at Masada. And here's recent examples on the web. Offline, Slumu's slime zealots are working hard to spread the joy, attempting the near impossible to create a space as uninhibited as the internet. This is from the article, how an unlikely Instagram trend is bringing together Gen Z, boomers, and everyone in between. Slumu, the slime zealots. Okay, we're getting off track there. That's the definition of zealot. He's zealoting. Okay. Means that he says it means that I proactively, whoever I come across, am always engaging them in some way to find out their background, their story, who they are, what they think, how do they think, do they have a problem? And he'll solve it, and he's the zealot. Is there something there that I can be of help and bring value to them? If I can bring value to them, then I go ahead and I bring value to them. Okay, makes sense? This guy's bringing value with zealoting. I might have to try this. A lot of my partnerships, a lot of my investors have happened this way. Some of the greatest business ties that I have been a result of unforeseen but purposely, proactively talking with people. Zealoting. I highly suggest if you're out there with a startup that you do the same. Talk to whoever you come across. Do daily zealoting. Whether it's the person in line at Starbucks, whether it's the person behind the cash register at Starbucks, whether you're sitting at a diner and having people all around you. Okay. And I wasn't making a joke there. He did mention Starbucks twice, so we're we're going to punch this up a little bit. Start from the top. Whether it's the person in line at the Starbucks, whether it's the person behind the cash register at Starbucks, whether it's the guy in the bathroom at Starbucks, whether it's this person in the parking lot walking across Starbucks, and you're sitting inside of the Starbucks and everyone's around you and we're all drinking Starbucks. Hashtag coffee and Starbucks. Okay, that wasn't as funny as I thought, but hope you liked that. Or you're at your kid's school and overhear parents talking. Go ahead and talk, engage, but also listen proactively to see if connections can be made. People in the elevator, in the hallway, at the grocery store, in the airport, walking down the street. Just say hi and get that conversation going. And see if you can do some business with any old person just walking down the street and they're going to be like, hey, shut up. I gotta go to my job. Leave me alone. See how you can help them. Listen. And if you can bring value to them, bring it. When I zealot, good things happen. I get a tremendous amount of momentum out of the blue from nothing. That's why you do it. It creates momentum. And as a founder, as a salesperson, as an entrepreneur, whoever you are, zealot. Try zealoting. Try it for 5 days. You'll see you'll get momentum very quickly. Really. Thanks, Chris. Zealoting. And that's the business way to be, is you get a lot of momentum from nothing, except you do have to do something, which is talk to people and have a conversation. And maybe nothing business comes out of it. Maybe you just make a new friend. That would be cool. Maybe I'll do zealoting except for, making a new friend. That would be cool. I don't really care about any of the other stuff. Can't really go outside, so I guess it doesn't matter. But when things clear up out there, I'm going to be out there zealoting and giving my life to fight the bad guys too, because I'm a fanatic. All right, we got to move it along. Next one here. Oh baby, this is a good segment. We haven't done one of these in a while, but you know this guy. We talked about it last time, so here we go. It's the podcast roundup. We're going to talk about podcasts on the Cool Podcast. So we listened last time on the other Gusher segment from last week. We came across a website called Up My Influence. Up Your Influence. You can listen on all the platforms. The Authority Confidential Podcast is what it's called. Authority Confidential. How to Become an Influencer. Hacked audio from Josh Elledge. Because we're into hacker stuff. So here's the deal. This is the article about Authority Confidential on Up My Influence. So here's the deal. Josh Elledge has been conducting a series of interviews for a Napoleon Hill project. We've been meeting at a top secret Cold War era base southeast of Orlando. And there's a link to the Google Maps. And it is actually at this, that's kind of cool. It does look like some sort of air base. I don't know if is it a Cold War thing? I don't really know. It's in Orange County, Florida, near Wedgwood, Florida. Interesting. Is that a Cold War era? Anyway, that's where they've been meeting. This project is designed to reveal how people of influence gain their influence. How did they gain their authority? And when you're an influencer, you have a lot of authority. And that's what it's all about, getting the most authority and just telling people what to do and zealoting over them. How did they become respected in their industry? You'll find that in most cases, it wasn't due to being lucky or getting the right breaks. It comes down to intentional choices that led to eventual success. Play along with us. The hackers, these damn hackers. And another reason, just to sort of sidetrack here, another reason why I wasn't too jazzed about doing a show is that we found out some news on the show. We played the voicemail from Paradox, and he did inform us with the hacker logs and everything that Mr. Rude Guy did, in fact, hack the show. And that might be news for some of you that didn't watch the last episode. Maybe you're only a cool podcast listener, which would be kind of interesting. You didn't watch the other one, so we're trying to inform people across the aisles from beyond the paywall on both sides of the paywall. So that's what happened. So that's another reason why we're decided not to do the stream this week. We're getting bummed out about all the hacking stuff, but it's a good thing we have our friend Paradox on our side. Okay, so the hackers put listening devices into his base in Orlando. This is we're talking about the Authority Confidential podcast, and now they're publishing the audio. What? Rather than fighting them, we'll share the audio here. So someone is hacking and publishing their podcast, and so they're going to publish along with the hackers. Josh and the team are still working on the Napoleon Hill project. We have nearly 100 influencers on our list. Until then, you're welcome to listen to the raw audio of Josh's conversations. Interesting. So what is the Napoleon Hill project? The hell does that mean? Napoleon Hill project is a pilot program implemented by the General Assembly to rehabilitate prison inmates and reduce recidivism by using a course of study based on developing positive mental attitudes. The project is at Blanche Youth Institution, Central Prison, Dublin, these are all the centers that the Napoleon Hill project completed the Positive Mental Attitudes Science of Success program. That's very weird. Is that what he's getting into? There's a bunch of Napoleon Hill stuff. Napoleon Hill studied 500 millionaires and shares their key. She shares their key to success. What the hell is this? I'm falling down the rabbit hole. Napoleon Hill educates the inmates about being positive. Don't like that at all. Here I'm supposed to use my This is Project Gutenberg. Sign in with your e-library card. Can't get into it. Okay, here we go. Napoleon Hill is an American author in the area of New Thought movement. He was one of the earliest producers of the modern genre of personal success literature. Okay, so he was an old success guy. Influence of Andrew Carnegie. I thought it was pronounced Carnegie. He also had some spiritual experiences. He wrote a book called Grow Rich with Peace of Mind in 1967. He had spirits visit him. Now this guy sounds interesting. All right, we're gonna Napoleon Hill. We're gonna save that for later. Napoleon Hill is an American author. He met with Andrew Carnegie, or what I like to call him, Andrew Carnegie. You can use both ways. Okay, we're gonna listen to the damn trailer for the Authority Confidential podcast. It's all about hackers and influencers and crap. God, I forgot it has that horrible sound at the very beginning. Jeez. Okay, we're gonna have to edit that out. Let's turn this crap down. It's so loud.
My name is Peter. No, call me the pod hacker. I don't know about you,
Pod hacker.
I'm sick and tired of these people not sharing information on how to build businesses and make money with us. I just ordered this guy in a coffee shop. His name is Josh Elledge. It seems he's going to start a series of podcasts where he gets information from all these great people in business and keep it for himself, or he's going to charge people for it.
Wow.
Well, I'm not going to have that. I had with me a small tracking device that I got at this spy place. It has a built-in microphone, and I managed to get into his pocket. And I followed him to this dude. Must have rented some kind of ex-military bunker. Then he's got like this interview set up in there. Be on the lookout for more. Pod hacker out.
Whoa, I wonder if Pod Hacker works for Anonymous. Sounds like something they would get up to. So they're spying on Josh Elledge because he refuses to release information about business, and we need to get the information out there. Authority Confidential. How to become an influencer with public speaking. That's episode 1. So you can check that out. Check it out. Authority Confidential. Maybe I'll pick out some clips of it that are kind of funny. That's the trailer. UpMyInfluence.com. Authority Confidential. How to become an influencer. Hacked audio. So it's about hacking and it's about influencers and business and how to do good business. All right. So that's the. Oh well, we are still in the podcast roundup. should we do another podcast? I'm looking at the time here. I'd like to get this one done in a normal amount of time. So we did the Gusher. Let's just do this one real quick. This is I didn't know this particular celeb had a podcast that I'll have to listen to and come back to. Intelligence for Your Life. It's a podcast with John Tesh. John Tesh and some other people. So, let's see. I don't have... Here it is. Hosted by John Tesh and Gib Gerard. Intelligence for Your Life is a weekly fast-paced discussion delivering the latest cutting-edge tactics, tools, and routines for health and wellness, personal development, dating and friendships, fitness, weight management, and sleep. It'll put you to sleep. Each episode features timely curated intelligence along with interviews with PhDs, MDs, authors, and world-class performers. Favorite topics include brain hacks for better memory. We're all about hacking today, and that's just what we're all about, is hacking. So let's hack our brains for better memory. Most effective morning routines, cutting-edge exercise habits, the latest research on getting a better night's sleep, job hunting intelligence. I need some of that. Time management tricks, first date, body language, and more. Whoa! So what do we want to? Let's check this one out. And I think it plays the famous song, the Round Ball Rock, at the very beginning. So let's fast forward. I don't think we get muted on Patreon if we play stuff like that, but let's just see.
Priority at Rocket Mortgage is the health and safety of the communities they serve. And one thing that will never change is their team's commitment to giving you the best mortgage experience possible. That's why
let's fast forward.
Once again, want to thank them for helping us.
People are buying tops but no bottoms. So this is hilarious. According to data from Walmart, people are doing this, buying tops but no bottoms.
People are doing
this.
this.
They can look good from the waist up when doing video chats and meetings, but from the waist down, they're in sweats or just boxers. Walmart says there's been a recent uptick in sales of shirts and blouses, while pants and bottom purchases, nobody's buying them. And overall, wait a second, Walmart is receiving what it calls, quote, a massive volume of online sales of tops.
I am literally wearing sweatpants right now. I've been in them since yesterday. I'm not saying it's a good thing. What we should be doing is maintaining some sort of normalcy, getting ready in the morning, getting dressed. I'm also wearing a tank top that I've been wearing for 2 days with a blazer that I put over it. So Walmart has my number right now. I'm absolutely doing the exact same thing. It's just, this is all anybody is seeing of me, so why the hell not? Why would I put in the effort?
Well, and when Betsy, our lead writer, researcher, executive producer of the radio show, when she handed me this piece, I said, yeah, so, because I spent, I had when I was at WCBS in New York, I had pants. I had dress pants that looked like they had not ever been worn because I never wore pants. Right. I mean, I wore shorts. I was in my underwear, But yeah, so this is not a different thing for me, the Walmart trend.
Okay. That's the Intelligence for Your Life, the podcast. And it's with John Tesh. The picture on it isn't John Tesh, it's the other guy, I guess his co-host. Intelligence for Your Life with John Tesh. John Tesh here. I'm back on the website, tesh.com. He's got a new book, Relentless, Unleashing a Life of Purpose, Grit, and Faith. Whoa, that sounds cool. We're going to have to come back to this. There's a bunch of weird stuff. Check out tesh.com, the Home Depot. Get a handle on your clutter. That's the money segment. Doodle to calm frustration. Relaxation hack.
So your commute to work was irritating, right? And now you're stuck in an annoying meeting. Do this to dial down your frustration. It works. Doodle. But don't doodle just anything. Spend 3 minutes doodling a pattern that contains nothing but curves, like ocean waves or the letter U.
Or a butt.
Handwriting analysts say any movements that flow across the page are calming. And psychologists say doodling is a
really
great way
good video.
to release tense energy so you can focus on the important stuff.
Wow. All right, Intelligence for Your Life. Doodle to calm frustration. Been doing some of that. All right. This is a good website. Tesh.com. I'm going to come back to this for some good videos. Bizarre job interview questions you could be asked. And for your life. Understanding your cat. All right. Tesh.com. All right. We got another couple segments. We love the segments. So, which one are we going to do first? Let's go ahead and do this one. I wanted to carve out as much time as I could because I've been wanting to do this segment. I feel like the Cool Podcast is the place to do it because it's mostly audio and not a lot of video. And we've done this segment actually on the Cool stream, so we're transitioning it onto the Cool Podcast. And it's all about music. We love music on the show. Every time I mention music, I have to say that. We love music on the show. This is a segment that we've done on the show with Turbo, who's done the music episodes with us a couple times. And what I called it back then is the Pitchfork Game. And it's not really a game, it's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain it. I wanted to give it another shot. Pitchfork, though, is a website. Let's just Google, let's see what the log line is for Pitchfork, so we can give you an explainer of what it is. Pitchfork. And I'm not talking about, here it is from Wikipedia. It's owned by Condé Nast. It's an American online magazine based in Chicago. It's owned by Condé Nast, who also owns Bon Appetit. The site generally concentrates on new music, but they've also reviewed other stuff. So it's a music review website. They also have some different festivals and stuff, different music festivals that they do. So anyway, it's a place to go to find new music, and I like to get on there and see what's going down, what are some of the new albums coming out, some stuff that I've never heard of, and some stuff that I have heard of. It's got a little mix of everything. However, one of the things that is an issue for me when looking at this website is it's got a lot of weird stuff I've never heard of, and I'd like to figure out what some of it is. So that's kind of what we're going to try to do. First thing that I do, and I highly recommend this if you're looking for new stuff to listen to, go onto the reviews. Go onto album reviews. That's the page I'm looking at now, latest reviews. And so you're going to try to find something. This is about all you get is just the latest reviews. So you're going to scroll through this list of album covers. This is what they give you. This is if you want to find new stuff. A big list of album. It's got the album art, the name of the artist, the album title, and then the genre. And they have all kinds of crazy genres on this website. Some of the weirdest genres you've ever heard. A lot of weird music. And however, these genre tags are extremely narrow. From what I understand about some of the music on here, some that I've heard of, some that I haven't heard of, the genre tags aren't super helpful if you've never heard of the artist before. So it's kind of a gamble to even know what the heck it's going to sound like. So that's part of the fun, and that's part of the game, the gamification of the game that we're about to play. It's definitely a game. So, is this making any sense? The game aspect of it is just to find something I've never heard of. And some of this stuff, maybe you have heard of. I don't know. So they've got the tags that you know and love: electronic, rock, pop, R&B, and that's about it. Rap, rock, R&B, pop, global. That's a different one. Global. And that's pretty much it. Those are the few tags that they have of genres that you can listen to. So we've got one right here. This one jumps out to me. Never heard of it. So what we do is we click on it. Here we go. Flatworms is what it's called. And I'll see if I can describe the album title. This is a trio. So here we go. The band's called Flatworms. And the album's called Antarctica. And I like the album cover. It's kind of a blue picture of some mountains and a nice scene. It's got some kind of old typography, and it looks a little bit like a worn out old album that you'd find on a shelf. So you'd pick this up and go, Flatworms? What the heck is that? And here we've got the record label. It's called God ? From 2020. And so when you pull this up, this is what you get. You get the album title, you get all that stuff, you get the rating 5.8. And now in terms of this website, that's just kind of middle of the road. Okay, pretty much everything gets about somewhere in that range. 6, 5, 6, 7, something like that. So that's not really too much of an indicator whether it's good or not. So you go in here, you got your rock. We know it's going to be rockin'. We know it's by the band Flatworms. It gets a 5.8, so it's kind of middle of the road. They don't really like it too much, I guess, but it couldn't be too bad. And then you get your tagline at the top here. You get about a sentence or two, even with help from Ty Segall and Steve Albini. And those are big-time indie rock guys. If you've never heard of these guys, famous producer Steve Albini and Ty Segall is a rock and roll guy who makes rock and roll music and produces and does all kinds of stuff. So those are the two people who have helped out with this album. So right away I'm interested. I'm thinking, I know this is going to rock my face off, and I like to rock. So with the help from those two folks there, the Los Angeles garage rock trio's second album reaches for a grand analogy. Okay, hold on. Let's start that over again. So the Los Angeles garage rock trio's second album reaches for a grand analogy its cookie-cutter post-punk can't support. Oh, crap! So that's a slam. That's a huge, huge slam. So right away, if you saw this, this is all you're going to get. The title, the album, the rating, and then a one-sentence description here. They're summing it up, and they're snatching the wig off of Flatworms with that. It's cookie cutter, and it stinks. Don't even listen to it. That's kind of what they're saying. So now is where we listen to part of it and see if we can figure out what it's going to sound like. It's going to rock. It's going to be post-punk, so it's going to be rockin', and it's going to have probably someone doing some talk singing and some wiry guitars, like. But it could be catchy, and it could be noisy, and it's Flatworms. And I've clicked on it here. This is the album Flatworms. It's on Bandcamp. Check out bandcamp.com. So here we go. Released in 2020. It's rocking. It's going to rock. It's going to be like... Someone's going to be going... Oh. So that's what we're going to hear. We're going to hear the 15 seconds. And this is part of the game. Is that what it's going to sound like? Is it going to be like... And then someone going... Oh. And it's going to rock our faces off? I hope so. This might be my new favorite band, Flatworms. All right, let's check it out. Alright, it's pretty rockin' so far. This is me, I'm chiming in again. It's pretty rockin'. Let's, and sorry that it blasted your face off with noise. I didn't think to do a sound check before I did this, so therefore it blasted your ears out. I'm gonna have to go back and adjust the sound levels there, so that's good. So, did it sound like what we thought it did? And I think it did. But that was the very beginning. So we're gonna go. Sometimes you have to go to about in the middle. All right, okay. That's Flatworms. That's pretty good. We'll check that out later. Listen to the whole song. Check it out on Bandcamp. Buy it today. Buy it on Fridays. That's when they're doing the big sale. So when you get in there, that's a 5.8. When you get in there, that's the kind of stuff you're gonna find. And it sounded about like we thought it was. It's gonna go. It wasn't too crazy. It was a little bit noisy because I had it turned up too loud. So let's do one more. People love this. This is a game, by the way. Did we win the game? I think so. Okay, so there's a big list of stuff, and you've heard of this. You've heard of these guys. David Bowie. We know that guy. Here, this is an interesting one. This one's electronic. That's not a genre that we're too familiar with. They've got a bunch of Talking Heads reviews, so they like to go back and review some older albums. And that's just, I mean, you're going to give a 10 across the board. If you give anything less than that for some of these Talking Heads albums, that's, what are you even doing? 8.5. Okay, thanks, Pitchfork. 8.5, not good enough. Go back to the drawing board on that. Okay, so let's pray to God that we're not going to blow your eardrums out again. Turn it down very, very low. Ring! Okay, so let's check this one out. It's the Pitchfork game. This is a band that's electronic. That's all we know. The band is called Black Dresses, and the album's called Peaceful as Hell, and it's electronic. That's all we know, but we do like the album cover because it's a picture of the Windows XP peaceful background, which I looked up. I read an article about that. It's actually a real place, and it's a real photo. It wasn't photoshopped. I don't know if you knew that. The XP peaceful background, peaceful as hell. But anyway, overlaid on top of that famous photo on this album cover is a big not a yin yang, it's a big peace sign made of fire. So that's kind of cool. It's peaceful as hell. Black Dresses. From the record label is called Black Squares. So they love black, and it should be gothic if it's got that kind of sound to it. It's a 7.6. That's pretty good. And here it is. Here's the one sentence. This is all you get. And here's the one sentence that you get. The Canadian noise pop duo's music conjures a psychotic slumber party or a Second Life rave. What? We love Second Life. We love it. But remains grounded in the bittersweet beauty of lifelong friendship. So on the one hand, it's noisy and it's psychotic slumber party or a Second Life rave. We love Second Life. And it's also bittersweet and beautiful of like a lifelong friendship. That's all you're gonna get. That's all you get. And then you have to figure out, what does it sound like? So I'm gonna click on the Bandcamp. They're from Toronto. Peaceful as hell. And so, what is it going to sound like? It's going to sound psychotic and noisy. Just like the other one. And it's going to be electronic. So it's going to be mostly electrons and neutrons making the sound. So it's going to sound insane. But it's also going to sound kind of catchy. A nice catchy tune by the band Black Dresses. Let's check it out. Is that what it's going to sound like? It's going to be like la 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 la. Here we go. Here we go. And let's hope it doesn't blow your eardrums out. Ooh. Ooh. Is it okay if I talk over it? La, la, la. It's peaceful. It's peaceful as hell. Let's fast forward to the middle part. That's the best part of the song, is in the middle. Here we go. Okay. All right, it's catchy. It's a psychotic slumber party. So that's how the game works, is you kind of try to compare what they've said about it, what their rating is, and if you can figure out what it sounds like. That's the game. What did we get? I think we were pretty far off. It was actually did sound peaceful. And also, I think we're supposed to say if we're going to go back and listen to it. I think I will go back and listen to this one. Peaceful as Hell by Black Dresses. It's kind of peaceful, electronic, poppy. It's got a little bit of the auto-tune on the voice, so that's kind of interesting. And some of that new school, new style of poppy electronic stuff, which is kind of cool. Noise pop. And you knew it was going to be psychotic and weird because it has that Windows XP background. And then we're also going to check out Flatworms. So those are your two Pitchfork Pitchfork game, and I was going to do crap. I was going to do this was going to be my drop. I forgot to do a drop for the new segment, so here it is. This was going to be my new drop. It's going to be part of this. It was going to be a different. I'm really messing this up today. It was going to be this one. It's the Pitchfork game. Thanks for listening to the new segment called the Pitchfork game, and we hope you liked it. It's some newest and weirdest music, and it's the Pitchfork game. It's when we try to figure out if the thing that we're about to listen to is, as they describe it from the website, Pitchfork. So go out there and check out some new music. Flatworms and black dresses, peaceful as hell. Okay, let's do some karaoke. Okay, that was fun. That was a fun segment. Okay, we still have time for the last segment. That was going to be the last one, but we still have time. Thank God. People are like, they want more. So we've got another new segment. Believe it or not, new segments are all we got on the show. That's all we can do. We got nothing else going on, so let's do a drop for a new segment. It's the cool podcast, The Contest Corner. It's the Contest Corner. So last week, we got into all these contests about how you can win $1,000 if you watch TV shows. Well, I decided, you know what? And that was part of the weird news, and we're going to check back into one of the contests that's going on at some point. We want to see who wins it and who tweets about watching all the true crime shows. So I thought, you know what? Let's do that. Can be its own segment, the Contest Corner. So I went and found a website. Let me see. Let me find the website. I found the website, and then I clicked out and didn't save it. So I think I can find it. Contestgirl.com. That's where I found the John Tesh one too. I didn't want to reveal my source, but if you want to go on here and check out contestgirl.com. Here's the winners of some of these contests. Welcome to my sweepstakes website. I'm Linda. Today's Wednesday, April 29th, and I have 2,395 sweepstakes listed, 49 new in the past 24 hours. Stay home, stay safe, and cheer up. You might win something nice today. And so at the top, there's just a big list of who are all the winners. And here's a little bit about Linda. So we'll get back to what Linda's up to maybe on the next episode, another segment of the Contest Corner, but it's kind of cool. Contest Girl. Here's the top winner. Here is JMCLOU01, Jim McClow 01 won $1,000 from the Tasty Rewards Enjoys Nights in contest. Tasty Rewards Enjoy Nights in contest. And a Bud Light snowboard worth $415 from the Bud Light Frost contest. Wow. Congrats to Jim McClue 01. He won. And MJ Mendez won a red hardcase skull suitcase worth $150 from Bentley. Sweet. So that's a little bit. That's how I found the John Tesh podcast, because he had some kind of sweepstakes going on or something. We love the sweep. This is what the cool podcast has turned into. It's not. It's sort of just weird. Auto crazy car payment giveaway. I could use that. Oh yeah, the John Tesh one here was John Tesh Radio Show Power of Plants sweepstake. Enter for a chance to win one of 5 prizes of a $100 gift card to 1-800-Flowers.com. Okay, so they had a contest, and I thought this was kind of interesting for the website. Where is it? WinXD. WinX Video Converter. Share funny ways to curb lockdown boredom. Free licensed copy of WinX Video Converter. Win YouTube Premium. From WinX DVD. Laughter is the best medicine to iron out boredom during coronavirus lockdown. If you have shoot some hilarious videos, share it with the public to spread the joy, and you can have a chance to win YouTube Premium and must-have tool for video processing. Look forward to your participation and good luck. Today's winner list. They've got the winners list scrolling in winxdvd.com. Download, resize, convert any videos. Available for everyone. So you have to submit a hilarious video. Submit a hilarious video with YouTube link you shoot during the lockdown and provide your email to get eligibility of entering the sweepstakes. Invite your friends to vote for your video. The more likes you get, the higher rate to win. So I was trying to find some of these WinXDVD contests. I was like, okay, people are recording this stuff and they're posting videos and they're supposed to be funny. Well, this sounds exactly like the thing that I kind of want to see. So I went into YouTube, I went into the old YouTubes, and I looked up WinXDVD, and I found all these different accounts from many years ago. There are all these different accounts doing giveaways and stuff for WinXDVD. So I just thought I would play a video of this guy listing off the WinXDVD Ripper Platinum giveaway winners from Viva La Robo. So we're just going to listen to this guy tell us who the WinXDVD winners are. And that's part of the contest corner.
What's up, YouTube? It's Turbo13, and I'm here with the winners of the WinXDVD Ripper program for the Mac and the PC. I have 5 winners for the Mac and 5 winners for the PC, and I'll get right into it right now. The first winner for the PC is X, New School Mary X. The second winner for the PC is Firecracker123K. The third winner for the PC is the Rando95. The fourth winner for the PC is Kaluka Cook 5. I'm gonna put your name right there. I can't really pronounce it.
I hope there's not an offensive name.
The fifth winner for the PC is I Like Apple iPods. The first winner for the Mac is MacCoder100. The second winner for the Mac is Mr. Czar90.
Mr. Czar90.
The third winner for the Mac is Dr. Think-A-Lot. The fourth winner for the Mac is Anime Lover 155. And the fifth winner for the Mac is Moneyman 999100. Okay, so I hope you guys like this giveaway. If you didn't win, I'm sorry, but I will be having the exact same giveaway in the next couple days. I'll be posting a video on that again. So I'll have 10 more winners, 5 Mac and 5 PC. All the winners, congratulations. I'll be sending you guys all the voucher codes. I'm going to send you all an email on YouTube first, and then you guys got to respond to me, and then I'll send you the voucher codes that you can just type in and download it right there. Remember to subscribe to me for new videos. Just hit the little subscribe button right up there. It helps me out so much, and it'll help me be able to do more giveaways just like this. The fifth winner for the Mac is Moneyman 999100. Okay, so I hope you guys like this giveaway. If you didn't win...
Moneyman 999100. So that's kind of fun. Viva La Robo. So it's just got a bunch of videos about gaming keyboards or something. New iPad unboxing. So anyway, that's what all the winners were. Congrats to all the winners. Congrats to all the winners today on the podcast, and you're a winner for listening. Thanks for listening to the podcast. It's been a lot of fun. That was the contest corner segment. Hope you like it. That's pretty much it. We're just doing the outro. We're doing the outro music. Time's up. We've done the podcast. Thanks for listening. And thanks for subscribing and being a subscriber to the Patreon. We will see you next week for another episode of the Cool Podcast. Shout out to Samurai Nation. I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to the Cool Podcast.
That was a Samurai Nation podcast on the Samurai Nation Podcast Network.